Hello, I am Heather, a director with Tupperware, and I am here today to show you our poultry shears. So this is a job normally reserved for my husband, and I've never done this before. I was going to have him teach me over the weekend, and then next time I was going to do it myself, but we're just going to go for it. I watched a video on YouTube, and I'm feeling confident. I'm wearing gloves because I have to turn off my camera when I'm done here, and I don't want to touch my phone with chicken fingers. So I'm going to put some gloves on, and we are going to put the poultry shears to the test, and hopefully watching a video is enough. So these are our poultry shears. There's a little locking mechanism here. We're just going to turn that. They spring open. They're like spring loaded. Very nice. It feels really nice in my hand. So what I'm going to start by doing is I have my chicken here. I've washed it. I've dried it down with paper towel. So the backbone, we have it breast side down. So the backbone runs right here. We're going to cut on both sides. So here goes nothing. So far, so good, ladies and gentlemen. Not wanting to cut the skin right there. Okay, so we got one side cut. We're going to cut down the other side now. And what you're hearing is I'm cutting through the rib bones and all the other stuff. So, but it's not hard to do. And the reason for doing this is because when you buy chicken at the grocery store, you're paying someone else to do this part for you. So you're paying a premium. You're going to take this backbone and you're going to put it aside, freeze it, whatever, and save it for making chicken stock. So right now it is split in half, so we're just going to kind of push it a little bit. And this right here is, or should be, a butterflied chicken right here. So, I don't know, I'm going to tilt this up a little bit. So we have a perfectly butterflied chicken. So now you can see a natural seam kind of running right down the center of the breast. And we are going to cut that. And I'm going to start, I'm flipping my chicken back around. And you have to cut through the breastbone to do this. So we're going to kind of follow that seam. I'm going to pull the skin really tight so I can see. Under the skin there. And keep in mind, this is my first time, so I'm not entirely positive what I'm doing, but it will show that it is doable by just about anybody. So we're going to cut down that center line. And through the bone. Sorry, it's a little awkward because the scissors only have one side that hold your hand. So they get a little slippery, and I don't know if the gloves is making that worse or what. But there we go. That was a good cut. All right, so I am just about through. So now I have my chicken in halves. Can you see that? So, I mean, if you go out to a bar or something and get a half a chicken, this is what you're getting right here. But we're going to separate the white and dark meat. I am going to find, I have another cutting board right behind me. I'm going to grab that to set some of this on. Okay, so I'm just going to set one half over there, and I'm also going to set that spine over there. So on here, you can see there's kind of a natural line, and that's what separates the white meat from the dark meat. So we're just going to cut on that line. If I can get it to cut, there we go. So when you're cutting the skin or the looser tissue, it really helps to just use the tip of the scissors. Don't go further back, or the shears rather. But we are going to follow this line here. And that is definitely a good trick to know, because that would have saved me some time earlier. So, almost there. Okay. So I have my chicken leg quarter now, and that actually was pretty easy. And then we're going to take, we have the white meat, which is the breast and the wing. So we're going to cut that wing off. and you're gonna find the joint, and you can feel it, and you can see it. So the trick is to cut the skin around with the tips of your shears. Just kind of get through that skin. I'm just gonna kind of flip it around to work with me here. All right, and then we're gonna kind of figure out which way to put this guy, cut through some of that meat, and then we should be able to find that joint, which I might not be far enough back. Like I said, this is my husband's job usually, not mine. So it's a learning process for me too. But if I can do it on my first time, then so can you. So I didn't cut back far enough to get to that joint apparently. And my scissors just got stuck. All right, there is my joint. I found it. So it should just come right out now. Just gotta get the tissue around the joint. There. Okay, now we're talking. So when you buy a whole chicken and your intent is to make like roast chicken or whatever, am I cut off? Now you have options with it. So here's the wing. The tip has 0 meat on it, so you can just cut right through that joint. You can feel the joint. Let's see. Oh, I got the right spot exactly. So now I have the 2 meatier parts of the wing, and then the little wing tip that we cut off, that can go in with our spine for chicken stock. So I have a wing, I have a breast, which I'm going to trim a little bit of this extra off because it doesn't, I think it might have been part of the wing. And I may have cut the wrong spot, but like I said, it's a learning process, and we are learning today. So we are going to take that part off. What am I hitting here? There we go. I'm going to trim that up a little nicer. Okay, and I'm going to put that in with my stock as well. All right, so I have my breast, I have my wing, and then between the thigh and the leg, you're looking for that same thing. You're looking for where it bends. Where does that leg bend? Where is that ball joint? So I think it's about right here, and there's kind of a natural line that I'm seeing on the skin, so we're going to give that a shot. I'm going to cut through some of the meat and skin first so I can see what I'm doing, just because this is new to me. Like I said, this is normally my husband's job. This is what we call man's work in my house. There's actually a little fat line on the back you can follow, it looks like. So that helps too. Oh, and that was the perfect spot. So I'll try to point that out when I do the other side here. Where is it? There's a little off on this side. But we're going to trim some of that bone out before I cook it, I think. That said, it is not a hard thing to do. And if you've never tried it before, don't be afraid. So here's my leg. That's kind of pretty. Here is my thigh. So I have my 4 pieces of chicken from 1/2. So what I'll probably do is freeze this separately from the other half, because it's just me and my husband. So that's more than enough for a meal for us. And then we're going to grab the other half and see if it goes a little bit smoother for us. So again, we're going to follow that natural line. And when you're following that line, you won't come in with any bone. It is just meat and skin and tissue holding it together. don't want there because I want my pieces to look pretty, and anything I don't use for right now is going to go into stock, so that's totally okay. Let me cut that out of there. I imagine the more you do this, the easier it gets to find the landmarks that you're wanting to use. So again, I have my leg quarter and my breast half here. We're going to cut that wing off. And I now know to go deeper than I did before. And if you look on the back, you should be able to find that fat line. And I think I'm in a better place this time. I'm just going to cut around it first. And I found the perfect spot that time, you guys. So yes, practice does make perfect. Here is our wing. And I'll cut that tip off again, and we can put that in with our stock. All right, so wing tip is gone. I now have my wing. I have my breast half, which looks much better than the last one and went a lot faster. And then we're gonna do this guy. And I'm gonna put the meaty side here. You can see this little tiny line of fat. I'm tripping things. A little tiny fat line. That's the line we're going to follow for our cut this time. Much better. Much, much better. I just want to pop that joint, and then I'm going to cut that. So I am a farmer, for those of you who don't know. So buying my chickens whole from a farm down the road is something very important to me. So I don't have the grocery store cuts and all that good stuff that a lot of people do, but it's also a waste of money to pay someone else to do this for you when it's so easy. So I now have my 8 pieces of chicken. I have 2 wings, I have 2 thighs, I have 2 legs, and 2 pieces of breast, or 2 whole breasts. Let me just kind of tilt this up for you. And that only took a few minutes. So there you have it. Keep in mind, I've never done this before, but I'm going to take these off and sign off now. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.